Okay, thank you everyone for joining. It's a pleasure to welcome you all to this deep dive. So today we are covering the topic of triple capital accounting and its role in supporting biocapital applications. So my name is Diana Tomakh, and I'm excited to present how it will work, what methods reshapes, and how we access business and investment performance. Basically, what we'll cover today, it's how TCA supports biodiversity markets and ecosystem services. We'll have a close look at real-life case studies to understand its practical applications in biocapital, and we'll continue with sessions if you will have any thoughts and questions. So about us, about GND Partners, before we dive into the details. So we are a mission-driven sustainable investment firm dedicated to long-term value creation. And our focus lies in helping investors align capital with sustainable outcomes and assisting investees in embedding sustainability into the core of these operations. And from the early stage project assessment to transaction closing, we work hands-on to identify opportunities with high ecological and social value. And let's go on for purpose of triple capital accounting and what actually it is. So triple capital accounting, it's basically a sustainability framework that expands traditional financial accounting to include natural and social capital alongside financial capital in assessing a company's performance. So it recognizes that business rely on and impact not just financial resources, but also natural resources and social well-being. And by incorporating these dimensions, triple capital accounting aims to provide a more comprehensive and holistic view of a company's sustainability and long-term value. And the fundamental challenge with traditional accounting, as I mentioned before, is that it only accounts for financial capital. And it treats nature and society as externalities and often ignored until they create risk or crisis. And basically, triple capital accounting changed this, and it adds two critical dimensions. So it's natural capital for the ecosystem and resources like forests, rivers, soil, air, etc. Then it goes social capital. So basically the human-centered aspects such as employee well-being, trust, cultural values, etc. And by incorporating this into business accounting, triple capital accounting helps organization to better understand their real impacts, make decisions aligned with long-term sustainability, and comply with regulatory frameworks like ACG and EU Green Deal policies, and basically bridges the gap between sustainability and financial decision-making. So let's go on to understand how it actually works. And so the triple capital accounting works by translating because the language of business and policy is finance. And if we can monetize the effects on biodiversity, carbon sequestration, or social well-being, we can bring them into a boardroom conversations and annual reports. And let's say a company, if we go to example, let's say a company deforests an area for development. So traditional accounting might record a short-term profit, but triple capital accounting calculates what's lost. So basically biodiversity is destroyed, carbon absorption removed, ecosystem services disrupted, and by assessing this financial value, triple capital accounting subtracts them from the company's reported profit, its real net value in society. And to better understand how it works, we need to understand how to calculate the loss with triple capital accounting. So we have steps. The first steps is to measure what was lost in terms of carbon absorption. So, for example, 1 hectare of forest absorbs around 20 tons of CO2 per year. But if 10 hectares are cleared, that's 200 tons of loss. The step two, we apply the carbon price. So using the EU emission trading system price of, for example, 85 euros per ton, we multiply the amount to this price. Then the third step is to estimate biodiversity loss. So basically, based on off-sale markets, it's 6,000. It's a conservative estimate. So we multiply, we take biodiversity loss. The first step is total natural capital loss. So, and the fifth step is subtract adjust financial profit. So if reported profit, we indicated the TCA adjusted profit will be another number. So this gives a clearer picture of the company's impact and sustainability profile. So why triple capital accounting? Why now, and how a triple capital accounting works? So basically, we are facing a triple crisis: climate, biodiversity, and social inequality. And current accounting systems are blind to this risk and opportunities. TCA offers a structured pathway by map capital flows, basically how businesses interact with ecosystem and communities. We select indicators and identify relevant impacts like CO2 emissions, water use, payer labor. We measure, use robust science to quantify and value this impact. We apply credible market-aligned valuations. Report, of course, we integrate this into exciting financial systems and decide we use this data to steer strategic operational investment decisions. And let's move on to purpose of triple capital accounting by design. So triple capital accounting is not just a compliance tool. It's basically designed to shift how systems think. First step is to support systematic thinking. So businesses and governments often threat environmental, financial, and social factors separately, and triple capital accounting integrates them. So, for example, the city of Amsterdam used donut economics to create policy that respect ecological ceilings, for example, carbon budgets, and social foundations like housing, education, etc. And triple capital accounting fits into this model by offering a quantified, actionable framework. The second one is incentivize sustainable action. So triple capital account rewards good behavior. And for example, in Costa Rica, for the landowners get paid to preserve forest because the ecosystem services like clean water and carbon capture, they are monetized. The third is to provide consistent metrics. So without standardization, data is meaningless. And for example, Australia's Accounting for Nature program use a certified environmental condition index. And so what happens? So this allows transparent, comparable reporting across geographies and sectors. So in general, triple capital accounting brings clarify structure and comparability to sustainability accounting. Let's move on to main metrics for each capital. So as I already noticed, it's natural capital, so it stands for CO2 emissions, water quality, biodiversity indices, soil organic carbon, according to human resources, to human capital, so it's employment rates, gender equity, community health, culture preservation. And what go into financial, it's revenue, profit, liabilities, etc. And this, you can see the tool frameworks used in the triple capital accounting metric design. So as we have a tool, for example, natural capital protocol. And it identifies the use in triple capital account metric design. So it helps select and value natural capital indicators consistently. And basically each of the sector, like social capital protocol, environmental, social, and governance criteria, they have each inclusive use in triple capital accounting metric. So it really helps to analyze and to understand how and what impact it will make in analyzing the data. So what stands for important data types to collect? So I measured it's can be different factors. For example, soil organic carbon, rainfall, wind, frost, biodiversity counts, remote spans, and water quality, employment records, income from PS or credits. And basically it helps in different spheres. Different spheres has different data type and its measurements. Tools for measurement. So we have a tool, a purpose. So for example, if we take invest and TEB, the economics of ecosystem and biodiversity, the purpose of this, like ecosystem service valuation. So we use the tool, we have the result, and we have the purpose. So you can observe like soil life analysis, earth observation, field service, citizen science, weather station, insurance, HR, and financial systems. They all dedicate to different capitals and has different purposes for better measurement and better analysis. So natural capital, what stands for it, what to count, how to count. We have carbon stocks, biodiversity index, like spatial richness, habitat diversity, water use, pollination, service value. So how to measure different measures like soil sampling, transfer service. It depends on the metric, and it depends on what result we should take into account. About human capital, also we have metrics like training capacity, health safety, participation, engagement, and equity wages. So basically, we measure how human resource, how human capital impact other capitals and other results. For example, hours of upskilling per worker, days loss of illness, stakeholder inclusion rates, and gender pay ratio, local wage share. So it gives us different understanding of different capitals. Same stands for financial capital. We have metrics, we have how to measure and what to measure. For financial, it's basically PS income, avoided costs, return on investment, and interest payout trigger. So how triple capital account linked into use cases. So in this project, we measure, monitor, and report. So we measure ecosystem services like pollination or water purification. We monitor trends over time, including degradation or empowerment, and reports. Basically, it generates investor-grade reports that support funding, policymaking, and public communication. And triple capital account creates transparency and trust, and basically tells the story behind the numbers. Now we go to examples of triple capital accounting in action and live application. In further slides, I will show you the criteria. And according to alpine forests in Austria and Italy, we have risks at storms and fires. And what triple capital accounting does is quantifies carbon storage, biodiversity, and tourism services. And what we gain in outcome, it justifies conservation, investment, and risk transport mechanisms. And here you can see the indicators, what should be measured, the capital type, and measurement units or criteria, as I already mentioned. So, for example, tree species diversity, we measure number of tree species per hectare to understand and to analyze the result and what should be improved afterwards. According to France regenerative farming, we have risk, it's soil degradation and water scarcity. And triple capital account tracks soil carbon, water use, and food quality. And what we gain in outcome, it supports eco-payment schemes and improves access to green loans. Same as it was with alpine forests, we have indicators, capital type, and measurement units. I will not go to all of them. So basically, we have the indicator, for example, a crop diversity. We measure a number of crops per year. And what measurements units are, it's number of distinct crops or rotations annually. Same for each indicator, we have what we need to gain into the result. Agroecology in Romania. Risk, we have climate shocks on smallholders. TCA values traditional practices on food security, and in outcome, we have it supports public subsidies and cap reform. We have also indicator, capital type, measurement units as in each example. For example, crop rotation diversity. So we use number of crops per year and types of crop types grow per year. So what should be analyzed? And in grassland Slovenia, we have risk that floods and invasive species. What does triple capital accounting measure habitat quality and community stewardships? And in outcome, it builds the case for long-term conservation financing. Same, we have indicator like special richness plans. The capital, we indicate there's neutral and measurement units criteria. It's number of species per 100 meters square. So, and the last example, as we have wetlands in UK, and risk is flood damages, damage, water pollution. TCAs measures flood mitigation, carbon capture, and social value. And in outcome, we have that it supports investment from water companies and blended finance structures. So by indicators, same. For example, channel morphology, it's natural and diversity of channel forms like pools, riffles, and bars. It's the main criteria for this indicator to analyze. So let's move on to comparison between traditional and triple capital accounting. So the traditional accounting only captures monetary transactions, and basically it ignores externalities like pollution or community dislocation, and natural dispenses like water or carbon. And triple capital account brings in these missing pieces and it enables like a more complete assessment of value and risks, realistic long-term financial planning, and enhance ACG reporting and compliance. So key steps for design the biodiversity in triple capital accounting product. We define objectives, choose ecosystem types, select ecological indicators, valuation framework, build data pipeline, test, and validate. These are key steps. And where you may ask where this fits in biocapital. So triple capital accounting is a cornerstone of the biocapital project, and it connects ecological impact with financial value. So basically, it turns biodiversity into an investable asset. It's provide credible, auditable metrics and enhance accountability and long-term returns. And it transforms how we understand and value nature and economic system. So moving on to real-world examples, I chose different countries and regions. So, for example, in Chile, we have wildfires in biodiversity hotspots. We use natural and social capital together, and what we gain for the purpose is finance reforestation, support in indigenous communities, preserve biodiversity-rich areas. In different countries, different purpose, of course. So in Kenya, droughts affecting carbon farming, we use blended, of course, natural and financial capital. As it gives the result of it that it stabilize farming incomes and maintain soil carbon projects and align with carbon credit markets. In Bangladesh, different situation. There are flood risks in agricultural deltas. So to prevent it, we use natural and social capital. And basically, what it does, it repair agroecological buffer zones and protects food system support rural livelihoods. And another exam, the last exam is Philippines. There are risks, threats of mangrove loss from storm surges, and we use natural, financial, social capital, so all the capitals as we covered today. And in purpose, we have it rehabilitates mangroves, protect coastal settlements, and enable payments for ecosystem services. Relevant Horizon Europe project. So we have INCA, Integrated Natural Capital Account, and in brief words, it builds natural capital accounts using using a system of environmental, economic accounting, and ecosystem accounting. It covers forest, water, noise, pollination, and more. And it fully aligned with triple capital accounting principles and by integrating economic, and environmental, and social values into ecosystem service valuation. As I already mentioned, it focuses on forest carbon sequestration, water purification, flood regulation, urban green infrastructure and noise reduction, and pollination and agriculture productivity. Another project is Capitalize. In brief words, it enhances photosynthesis in crops, and it focuses on resource efficiency and sustainability. So crop phenotyping, modeling photosynthetic efficiency across genotypes, genetic screening of photosynthetic credits, and agriculture application trials in low resource regions, like in Ethiopia. So what goes with integration with other financial mechanisms, triple capital accounting works with basically with each. I won't focus on majority of them, but it would better say that triple capital accounting is not really combined with traditional bank loans, because conventional loans rarely incorporate integrated natural social capital accounting metrics currently. But what goes with triple capital accounting and PS with ECG, ESG linked loans, and climate resilience funds, it works, and it has really great outcomes from integrating blinded combined use with triple capital accounting. And primarily use case triple capital accounting profiling. So in brief, in use case number one, alpine forests. So it assesses storm-related losses in biomass and tourism, and it helps preserve carbon credit revenues. So as we have trigger as wind speeds less than 100 kilometer hour over 24 hours, and triple capital accounting, it quantify natural capital loss, monitors social capital by protection of livelihood, protects financial capital, and enables bonding with PS for biodiversity hotspots. According to impact, it creates a risk mitigation safety net supporting long-term ecosystem service provision and multi-capital resilience. What goes to use case number two, regenerative agriculture. So what it does, it tracks soil, water, biodiversity, and farmer well-being, and it supports carbon farming income. So, and in impact, it strengthens the business case for climate resilient, biodiversity friendly agriculture. So by taking into account this, it basically measures the risks like drought or extreme rainfall disrupting farm system and soil regeneration, and it helps to prevent and to make the better impact for the implementation. So use case number three, agroecology systems in Romania. Triple capital accounting values traditional practices and ecosystem services, and supports basically targeted subsidies by, if we analyze the risks, there is a spring frost and early drought affecting diverse smallholder crops. We have trigger, and the impact it informs design of targeted cap payments and rural investment strategies that respect agroecological values. According to use case number four, grasslands in Slovenia, we have that triple capital accounting measures habitat conditions and local stewardship and facilitates biodiversity credits. We have risks. It's well-known flooding or invasive species degrading habitats and biodiversity. And by this, we have impact that builds the case for long-term public support for the biodiversity management in productive landscapes. And the last use case, wetlands in UK. We have flood events damaging wetlands and reducing their ecosystem service functions. And what triple capital accounting basically does by this, it monetizes flood prevention and water purification, and it connects with public and private investments. And by impact, it strengthens green infrastructure planning and funding using ecosystem service metrics. So, and by conclusions, why triple capital accounting data matters. So we have visibility. So triple capital accounting reveals the true value and risk of ecosystem by integrating, as I already mentioned, natural, social, and financial capitals into a single actionable framework. And why it's valuable for use case managers, because it demonstrates measurable impacts for funders and policymakers, strengthens the business case for biodiversity and climate resilience, unlocks success to green finance, PS, and blended funding, and supports compliance with EU Green Deal, ECG, and other frameworks. So that's all from my side, and thank you.